We're in a field, we try to constantly gather all the relevant information, not only in our fields, but other fields that could benefit us. And then we share knowledge internally. And we have, of our top people, top 25, we have something called the Discovery Board. We meet once a month, and every one of the participants, rotating of course, brings up a problem or an opportunity, and the rest of us challenge it. And I love it. I bring up, okay, here's an idea of something we ought to do, and here's how I think we ought to do it. And the last one, I got 6 different attacks. I don't mean just,
they do that?
Oh, that is wrong. Oh, yeah. And
you don't fire them?
I love it. Are you kidding me? Because, I mean, there's people who don't want criticism of their ideas. What are they? Because their ego's too fragile? Well, how about if you implement it and you fail? Talk about a fragile ego. At that point, your career is ruined. So if they can keep me from a disaster, I love it. And then we push those down. All the different groups in the company have something similar. And then we have something called Innovation University, where we put out materials to share innovations throughout the company and the principles of innovation. For example, as I said on experimentation, what we expect if somebody's running an experiment, to design it in a way that if it fails, you learn enough that you're glad you did it. It's like Edison said on inventing the light bulb. It had 3,000 or more failures. And a friend said, gosh, I'm so sorry you had all those failures. He said, I haven't had any failures. I've learned 3,000 things that don't work. And so that's our attitude. Now, if you don't design it properly, you don't really learn, and you don't attack the most critical problems first. If you kind of prove some marginal things, but the main potential problems you haven't dealt with, then that's waste. You need to start with the toughest problem first, and then try to disprove what you're doing. Because it's like when we used to do exploration, oil exploration, what I used to hope for was a clean, dry hole. If we weren't going to have a gusher, the next best thing is have a clean, dry hole. Why do I say that? Because a worst one is you get, God, this is pretty good. Now we got to test another reservoir, maybe drill another well to prove it's commercial.
Fail fast.
Yeah, fail fast, absolutely. So that's what we... And this, to me, and Karl Popper wrote a wonderful essay on this called Science as Falsification. That none of our hypotheses are very good. None of us know very much. So our obligation is to try to disprove it. And the author needs to try to disprove it and get challenges to make them think about what could go wrong. And then if you can overcome that, then you can have something you really can go with.